I don't know if it's like in between, but that's kind of like where non-binary people are. And most non-binary people use they, them pronouns.
Mason was just this ball of energy that would find friends everywhere they went.
There was like an innocence to being a child.
We really wanted the kids to just be themselves and be who they wanted to be.
Mason was really cool. They helped me and my sister feel very accepted in the new town.
They would sing in the shower, and we loved hearing them sing in the shower until we got to around the age of puberty. And then we started to see that things started to change.
When I was looking at all the boys playing, I was like, that's it's weird because it's not like, oh, I want to hang out with them and be their friend, you know. I was like, I want to be them. And that was just confusing for me as a child.
And then Mason started spending more time in their bedroom alone, and it was hard to get them to come out of their bedroom. And then we never heard Mason sing in the shower anymore.
Even though there was moments of oh, I should never come out, I slowly started realizing I was just holding it all in, and that's never good, you know? It was just a constant thing that I thought about 24/7. It was during breakfast, lunch, dinner. I was if I just let it out, I would feel more free and just kind of less weight on my shoulders.
And they wrote us this awesome letter. It was so hard for them to tell us face to face. So they wrote this letter that explained everything.
In the letter, it just said that hey, I'm non-binary.
And I just remember they gave it to me and then ran in the room and cried. I could hear them crying and it broke my heart, but they didn't want to talk, so I didn't want to invade their space. And so I just sent them a text and said, you know, we love you no matter what. And we just want you to be you. That's all that counts.
But I know they were very nervous about coming out, especially at school, because that's hard, and some people at school just don't understand.
I came out to everyone through a post. So people were confused. People were oh, what does this mean? And I would hear there's only 2 genders in the hallway, and of course that was at me. Some friends just stopped talking to me right after I came out. I would always get just weird looks in the hallway, and people were are you sure? Are you just faking it? That's when I started regretting coming out of the closet. That's when I was maybe I should just go back and say it was all a phase.
Maybe there's something emotional going on. So we took Mason to a psychiatrist, and on that visit they diagnosed Mason with severe depression right off the bat. And I feel terrible because we missed it. It was tough. We felt really bad.
An all-time low moment in my life was a couple months after I came out, and I was kind of I'm done with this. I can't handle it anymore. It was just so much, and I was maybe it will be better if I just end it all.
One of Mason's friends texted me and said, you know, something's really wrong with Mason, and they're suicidal, and you know, this is real. And they wrote a letter. And I said, do you know where this letter is? He said, yeah, they gave it to their friend. So we called the friend's mom and went to the house and got the letter. And it was a suicide letter. And that was really hard to see our child go through that and know that that's how deep things got and how dark things got for them. Psychiatrists recommended that Mason be hospitalized because the depression was that severe.
When you're at your lowest low, it's kind of there's no emotion, which is the worst type of emotion. You don't feel anything, so it's just a numbness. When I finally started to accept myself and kind of get out of that bad depression I was in, was when I actually went to the summer camp.
And I think they had a lot of self-discovery there, and I think that was probably more valuable than any hospitalization that Mason could have had.
And I realized I know myself. The only thing that matters is if I accept myself.
They have taught me that there's always someone rooting for you.
I'm proud to be non-binary, which I don't think I could have said for most of my life.
6 months ago it was, you know, how do we make it to the next day? Now we're talking about where are we going to go to college?
I have hope for my future now.
Mason has so much to offer this world, and now they're going to have an opportunity to do it.